won the Fiat Performance of the Week, but you never heard of that. It makes them £500 the richer. I hate to say I told you so, but I did predict on Friday that County might just do it. Dennis Coath was lucky enough to be at Meadow Lane to see them.
There were early signs of a revival in County's form, with a flowing move on the left. From Fashionew's flick, Clark centred, and Martin O'Neill couldn't quite get a full enough contact with his head. Oxford threatened shortly afterwards. Aldridge's overhead kick found Trevor Hebbard, who volleyed just wide. But County took the lead after 18 minutes. Young set up David Hunt, who did well to control the ball before sweeping it into the net. Oxford, and in particular the dual thrust of Hamilton and Aldridge, were rarely a danger, with the 38-year-old Dave Watson quick to subdue any threat. When presented with a clear-cut chance after being put through by Aldridge, Peter Rhodes-Brown raised his head and lifted the ball over the bar. Young nearly made it 2-0 to County with a beautifully judged chip that Hardwick tipped over. And in the second half, County clinched the match with a great move. Substitute McParland put Richards through on the right. His well-judged cross was volleyed home by Young. Just reward for his endeavour. Seamus McDonough was growing in confidence behind a solid defence as Oxford came more into the game, but County should have added a third when McParland robbed Briggs, rounded Hardwick but shot into the side netting. But they fully deserved their victory, inspired by the example of player coach and stopgap centre-half Dave Watson.
I'll play if they need me. That's been the policy right through since I came. But it'll be nice that when I don't have to play, and that I can relax a little bit.
When will that be? In about 10 years' time?
The boss said if we play like that defensively, I'll play till I'm 50. But I hope he didn't really mean it.
For an analysis of why bottom club beat top, I turn to Oxford Vice President, an expert on human behavioural patterns, Dr. Desmond Morris.
I can't really believe it because it didn't seem the same team to me that we've been watching for the last few months. It must be, I suppose, our worst game for, well, as long as I can remember, about 6 months or more. It's very strange that when a team that's right at the top of a division plays a team right at the bottom, this sometimes happens, and I think there was perhaps just an element of complacency there, perhaps, and then the team at the bottom, of course, facing the top team, they have that extra bit of fire, because if they can get 3 points from a game like this, beating the top team in the division, then, of course, it's worth more than 3 points to their supporters in terms of the atmosphere it creates in the club. And let's face it, Notts County needs to get that sort of atmosphere back again, and they got it today.
Yeah, there's a simpler explanation. Notts County scored more goals than Oxford. So, a rare defeat for Oxford, but more positive news from the Manor Ground is that Robert Maxwell is